Kamuy, the manga series. I do believe we're good to go. We're good to go. So yes, actually have returned to cover episode chapters 209 and 210, basically what I've actually currently missed. Because I thought to myself, I heard that 210 was like all kind of chapters, like kind of all chapter of Golden Kamuy. Chapter 208 was as well, but apparently 210 is just like all kind of chapters. So I was like, you know what, let's cover 209 and 210 together. It might work out better actually. So yes, we left off last time. I do believe actually had the whole 10D chess game that was going on between Surumi and Hichikata as well. It's just like they just one up on each other at this point in the manga. I'm just like, this is the greatest thing ever. I could literally just sit here for 10 years just watching these two just one up one another because it's just so much fun. Because one of them's just like, oh, I've got the upper hand on him. You won't be able to defeat me, and he's just like, bro, no. And I was like, oh, yes. Yes, just give me more of this content, please. You just need a spin-off manga, which is those two characters just doing stuff. I would adore it to no end. I'd be like, yes, boys, just give me just yes. So yes, and I guess we'll have to see what happens in 210 because I've heard the things. So, anyways, actually, Putnam's actually gone live. So, gone live. For chapters 209 and 210. Oh, go on, one day I'll get this correct. One day I'll actually have the whole entirety of this like opening section 100% completely done, and it won't have any mistakes at all in it. Upon that day, someone do remind me. So I do believe we're good to go. I know we're good to go on the first front because I just checked it, and on this front we're certainly good to go as well. So we actually can begin chapter 209, which is Kesarap. So the path that brought us together is a miracle. Golden Kamuy. So Toe. Ryu was promoted to the Iso Seta, lead dog of the sled carrying Sugimoto's group. That headdress looks like it really suits you, Ryu. So, Enoka's village, the lead dog for Henke's sled. A dog's good enough to become the lead dog gets a special treatment, and it seems like they get to stay inside the house with their owners. Looks like Ryu will get treated with a lot more love if he stays here, which means he found the place where he belongs. You've been a good part. You've been a big help, Ryu. Thanks a lot. Hello, man. See, when it has good dogs in it, I'm just like, my absolute heart. That man was passing by on his horse-drawn sled, and he's going to Odamari, so I asked him to take us along. This is where we part ways with Henke and Enoka. You really are a mature kid, aren't you? Man! Enoka. We'll wait for you, so go have a real talk with her. I won't say goodbye. I'll wait for you to come back. When you cut off that Hochiri, don't lose it. Don't forget about me. I won't. I'll never forget about you. We're leaving. Come on, everyone. I'll come back again, Enoka. Bye, old man. Stay healthy and happy. Man! I didn't sign up for the fills. I didn't sign up for the end of the arc fills. This whenever you kind of leave an area in this manga actually kind of like it's an end of an era, like in a way. Same thing happened in Russia as well. Like when Russia kind of ended completely, it's like, man, the Russian arc is over. You just kind of like it's end of an era at this point. Same thing applies to this arc as well because you've been with these characters for so long. It's just kind of like, damn. Chikapasi. Wait for me, Enoka. I swear I'll... Whoa! Please let the sled. Somebody's fallen off. Are you okay, Chikapasi? I don't get over here. You're gonna be left behind, Chikapasi. Huh? What's wrong with him? Wait here for a minute. Ikarama is traveling with us. She's a part of our family. That's why we've got to fight and save her. Tekinispa. Chikapasi, stay here and make a royal family for yourself. Okay, I didn't sign up for the absolute fills. Yeah. Ikarama is all by herself just like me, so you've got to become her family, Tekinispa. I want to have this gun. This gun was passed down to me by the man who saved me. You can use it to go hunting and repay Henke and the rest of them for all they've done for you. But don't use it until you get bigger. I won't be at your side to support you anymore. When you use that gun, you need to stand on your own. Stand on my own. That's also a boner, isn't it? Tekinispa. Tekinispa. That's right, it's a boner, Chikapasi. I love these two so much. Be sure to bring us back home. Make Hoochie feel better. Yeah, you've got it. Bye bye, Chikapasi. Live a happy life. Boner 209 end. That was so beautiful. I can't speak now. My feels have gotten the better of my words. I don't want to see Chikapasi go. He was great. Everyone's great in this manga. You don't want to see anyone go. Everyone's fantastic. And it was just one of those things you kind of didn't. You did want to see. You did want to see Chikapasi, Tanigaki, and Ikarama as a family as well, because it was kind of beautiful that moment before the whole entire shit got real in the arc that actually preceded that chapter. Oh man, it was beautiful, that moment. That's why I was kind of thinking to myself, possibly maybe they might get back one to actually kind of build that family. But practically speaking, in the way he actually didn't really find that family for himself, which actually was kind of beautiful. It was a beautiful moment. It was a beautiful moment. It's a chef's kiss, beautiful moment. So the path it's another bit of wordplay. It doesn't translate into English. In the original Japanese, it says the path/trait that brought us together, but the word used for path, kiseki, sounds the same as the word for miracle, kiseki. So Kesarap. This is the Ainu bird god that was last mentioned in chapter 205. The chapter title is presumably a reference to Tagaki playing the role of the Kesarap, guiding Chikapasi on the path to adulthood before leaving him with a new family. It's a headdress. This headdress was mentioned back in chapter 142 and is also called the Seta Kiro. It is worn only by the lead dog. Only the bravest, smartest, and most loyal dogs were given the role of Isaseta, but proving that Ryu is indeed a very good boy. He is a very good boy. He's the goodest of all boys. He's the goodest of all boys. So Henke, this is the Karafuto Ainu word for grandfather. Hochiri, this was introduced back in chapter 151. It's a triangular ornament made from small glass beads. Karafuto Ainu boys tie it to the front of their hair and cut it off once they manage to hunt and kill their first prey animal by themselves. The Hochiri that Chikapasi is wearing was given to him by Enoka, and it belonged to her father. Man, and there we go. That's chapter 209. So now we head into the oh boy territory of Golden Kamuy. So who knows what's going to happen in this chapter, boys? Who knows what's going to happen in this chapter? I don't know, I'm scared. So chapter 210, Sweet Lies. Oh! Odamari. It seems that President Surumi will be arriving tomorrow. It's an awfully gloomy look on your face, sir. There's something I want to ask you about before President Surumi gets here. Go ahead. In the hospital in Akko, what did Ogata say to me right before he ran away? Pampered little rich boy. He also said something else. When you see President Surumi again, ask him about Mantetsu. At least we've got Ogata back, technically speaking. Technically. He's back for a little while. Mantetsu, the South Manchuria Railway Company, after the Russo-Japanese War and the Treaty of Portsmouth transferred the Manchuria Railway holdings from the Russian Empire into Japanese control. In reality, an administration of the railway was a cover for the expansion of Japanese territory in Northeast Asia. Plans to that effect had already begun midway into the war with Russia. But there was a man within the army who said managing that railway isn't going to work out, and fiercely opposed the plan. That man was Lieutenant General Hanazawa Kojiro, the commander of the 7th Division. Lord Hanazawa was a close friend of my father's, and my father has told me about Mantetsu before. The suicide of Lord Hanazawa resulted in the Mantetsu plan moving forward. First Lieutenant Tsurumi returned from the war with Russia, didn't he say? Even now, our comrades from the war lie beneath the cold soil of Manchuria. For so long as Manchuria remains in Japan, their bones will rest in Japanese soil. Lieutenant Tsurumi returned from the war with Russia, didn't he say? And it's that bit. Yeah, my brain just stopped for a second there. I was like, wait a second, did I read that wrong? No, it was. I read it right the first time around. Second, I thought, wait a second. So when First Lieutenant Tsurumi returned from the war with Russia, didn't he say, even now our comrades from the war lie beneath this cold soil of Manchuria. For so long as Manchuria remains in Japan, their bones will rest in Japanese soil. Does that mean First Lieutenant Tsurumi was involved in Lord Hanazawa's death? Ogata Hypnosuke was upset with Central Command because they pushed his father into taking his own life, so he supported Lieutenant Tsurumi's plan to overthrow the government, but somewhere along the way he learned the truth and started a rebellion against the First Lieutenant. If you think about it that way, the pieces all fall into place, and it explains why Ogata passed the information on to me. Ogata would be willing to say anything if he thought it would throw us into confusion. After everything that's happened, why are you willing to take him at his word? Bard Chonok. Ogata must have been one of the masked culprits who kidnapped me and held me prisoner in Hakodate. Oh, he's put 2 and 2 together, boys. He's done it. He's done it. Tsukushima's like, oh shit, not now. Please, of all times, not now. I still have never met Lieutenant Tsurumi. I wonder what kind of man he is. Absolutely goddamn insane. That's the best way to describe him. Absolutely goddamn insane. What will you do, Sugimoto? Will you work with Lieutenant Tsurumi to gather the remaining tattooed skins in Hokkaido? I wonder what will happen if Lieutenant and his men find the gold. At the very least, it means there won't be anybody left who wants to come after you. No, I mean, what will happen to the Ainu? Those men were Russians. You saw their bodies, didn't you? You were one of the masked men too, weren't you, Tsukushima? Oh, it's happening. It's happening. Please keep your composure, sir. You're being completely manipulated by Ogata. You put on a show for my father and me, didn't you? Oh, it's happening. It's happening. You put us in your debt by putting on a show of saving me because in the coming overthrow of the government, you wanted to make use of my father's Onenato torpedo division, right? The reason why I got to drop that hint about Mantetsu to me was because he wanted me to realize that we were being made into pawns for First Lieutenant Tsurumi, just like he and his father were. Isn't that right, Tsukushima? That's a foolish paranoid delusion. Oh, forget it. I'll just ask him directly. I'll ask in front of my father and I will get everything cleared up. The two of you were saved, weren't you? Oh, shit. Oh, man. What? I never thought Ogata was aware of the connection between Mantetsu and Lord Hanazawa. I assumed he was planning to hand Lieutenant Tsurumi over to Central Command. What was he dissatisfied about, anyway? Wasn't being able to kill his father enough for him? Ogata killed him? I was tricked as well. By quite an intricately planned performance too. The man I met, his dialect was one that only a person from Sado would understand. So I'm sure he really was somebody from my island. But it was only after the war ended that I realized something. There's absolutely no way that someone from Niigata's 2nd Division would be in that field hospital. We were circling the city of Mukuden at the time, and the 2nd Division was on the opposite side of the city. Our 7th Division was an entire 60 kilometers away from them in a mountainous region. So 9 years after it happened, the First Lieutenant deliberately revealed his original deception, which ended up tearing open my old wounds, and was his way of showing me just how much effort he had expended in saving me. Also, he could create a soldier who would throw his life away and do any dirty job for its sake. But well, that's fine with me. Getting furious about the fact that I'm being used, my life never had that much value in the first place. Use the gold as a source of funds and take advantage of Hokkaido's rich resources to further develop the weapon industry. Overthrow the government and establish a military regime. Improve the standing of the 7th Division. After that, make Manchuria, where our comrades sleep, a part of Japanese territory. All of that sounds excellent, doesn't it? Is that really the entirety of the First Lieutenant Tsurumi's final goals? First Lieutenant is very skilled at saving people with sweet lies, so I don't know what his true goal is. But if on the way to reaching the final destination where First Lieutenant Tsurumi is heading, it's necessary to overthrow the government and advance into Manchuria, and the men who go along with him are saved, then there's nothing to complain about. Tsukushima, why are you... Well, after all, it's men like him who are able to accomplish incredible feats, right? I want to see the Tsurumi Theatre from the best seats in the house, all the way to the end. It'd be a wise decision to keep everything you heard here to yourself. If it comes down to it, Lieutenant Tsurumi would have no issue erasing you as well, and I'll be the one who has to do that dirty job. Oh! First Lieutenant Tsurumi's amazing. He is so goddamn deluded by him. So that means our chance of meeting in Kagoshima was set up too. Then he went so far as to put on a kidnapping performance. I'm so happy that he was that desperate to have me. I want to meet him as soon as I can. I want to meet President Tsurumi as soon as I can. We've arrived in the port of Onomari. Make preparations to go ashore. It's almost time for them to meet. 210 end. Oh shit. Oh shit. There we go, lads. That was 210. I mean, what? Everyone wasn't joking. No one was joking about oh boy. That was the chef's kiss. Beautiful. So for so long as Manchuria, Tsurumi's lines and the panel on page 6 are from chapter 150. So 9 years after it happened, this is probably quite confusing if you don't remember Tsukushima's flashback in chapter 149 and 150. The 9 years is a reference to the fact that when Tsurumi got Tsukushima out of prison, he told him a story about what had happened to Lagogusa, the woman he loved. Then 9 years later, he arranged to have a man from Tsukushima's hometown coincidentally show up and reveal the lie that Tsurumi originally told him, so that Tsukushima would realize the lengths that Tsurumi had gone to get Tsukushima out of prison. South Manchuria Railway Company. This railway company was established in 1906, a year after the Russo-Japanese War ended. It was run by Japan until the end of World War II in 1945. The name Manten, the shortening of the full Japanese name, Minami Manshu Tetsudo Kabushiki Gaisha. The words Manshu, Manchuria, and Tetsudo Railway are combined to form Matetsu. The railway was indeed used to expand Japanese influence in the region, and Japanese settlers were encouraged to come to the areas that sprung up around each station of the railway line. So Baron Chanok, Koito asked Tsukushima about this Russian word back in chapter 201, after Ogata said it to him, and he connected it with one of the Russian kidnappers. And there we go. So, right. Wow, that's a lot. There's a lot to unpack here, boys. The main thing is, it's everyone's kind of realized that Surumi's basically just took all of them for a ride, practically speaking. Like everyone knew it. I mean, I got to realize straight away because he's kind of like he I think Ogata was actually kind of the only one to actually realize immediately after he actually said it that he's lying to him basically. I guess now Koito has realized what's going on here, and the same thing Tsukushima realized as well. But it's one of those things that he's perfectly at doing that. That's the thing with Surumi. He's absolutely incredible at doing those things because he's just that kind of guy that he will get you on his side via just telling you something you want to hear, and by doing so, you're more likely to actually get on his side. And it actually does him very work. Koito was actually on his side, and actually still is this day, even after finding out that basically he staged a whole entire kidnapping and actually get on his side. He still loves him. It's because it's one of those things that it's such a strange relationship within him. It's like it's not Stockholm syndrome so much as it is just kind of blind fascination with his character, that he's just kind of gone beyond any sort of rational thinking. He's just kind of like, yeah, it's fine. I just don't care. It's fine. He just wants to see me that badly. I don't mind. It's interesting though when you think about it. Like the whole entire thing with his relationship with Surumi. The fact is that he's kind of blinded by so much by him that he's kind of like, yeah, I don't care. I don't know. It's weird because you can see him kind of. You can see his blood boiling in the whole entire chapter, kind of going to that one crescendo moment, but him just kind of go, it's fine. it's interesting. I love it. I actually kind of like his character a lot. And I guess it kind of makes the whole entire event more, I want to see the event with them actually kind of doing very funny meet even more kind of satisfying. I actually do want to see it because it kind of would be kind of cool because it's one of those things that now all the cards are on the table. In a way, especially now with the whole thing with Ariko back in chapter 208 as well. Those cards are also on the table as well. So it's also that. It's actually also that. But yeah, I mean, the end goal for everyone in this whole entire manga is actually kind of the lingering plot idea. It's actually kind of fascinating because the whole entire thing is we don't know what's going to happen at the end of this. Like in essence, we understand what Surumi's trying to do. But as we establish in this whole entire chapter, how much of that is true, we don't actually know. That's also kind of the other thing, because the whole thing with Siddhartha kind of going, what's going to happen to the Ainu is actually kind of valid. Because we don't know what can in theory happen as time goes on. Because it might in theory be a weaponized idea kind of raging in the background, but what could it actually do, what can it actually in theory mean? What's it going to do? We don't know. We don't actually kind of know the end goal for Surumi completely. Because it's that whole entire goal that he has, but there could be like about 10 other goals he has in between that might in theory screw up as someone in between. That's the thing. You don't know, because a lot of it is the fact that it can in theory kind of go one or two ways for each character, and the same thing kind of applies with Koito. If Koito actually kind of spills the beans of what's actually going on here, he could get erased. He could get killed. He kind of Ogata actually is very clever. He's the most cleverest character of the whole entire manga. Everyone's kind of like, he's a complete jackass. I understand that. He's an arsehole. He's the biggest arsehole on the planet. Still do like him though. He's a cool character. I still will defend the lad until the end of time. But he's a smart person. He's a very smart person, because he's the only character in this whole entire manga who actually caught on to him straight away and actually kind of just defected the whole entire division. Just kind of went, nah, I'm not a part of this. And actually just went his own way and went, you know what? Why not? And actually now he's currently kind of gone off the rails. Possibly might in theory kind of he might in theory 180 his whole entire thing. You just don't know is the thing. You don't know what Ogata's actually planning currently in his like actual kind of warped mind currently. Because he could in theory like 180 everything. He could in theory like put a massive damper on Surumi's plans. You just don't know. He could kill someone that might in theory be pivotal to the whole entire thing, and actually then derail the whole entire thing. Because at the same time, I just don't think he's not doing something at this very one point. He's lost his goddamn mind, but he's doing something. He's kind of got back what he needed. And I'm guessing at that point he's kind of gonna go and do something. What it is? No idea. Kind of scared? I am. So that's actually one of those things. I think Ogata's actually the most cleverest character of the whole entirety of them, but he's also the most unpredictable. Like, he's kind of like the one you just don't know what he's going to do. Because it's just too many things it's too many people that want him dead. It's too many people he wants to kill. And actually, at the same time, there's too many things he wants to fuck over at the exact same time. It's the thing with Ogata. It's not just the fact he wants to kill people. He will actually then completely rawly screw everything over at the exact same time. Like, anything in the middle of killing someone is even more fair game to him. So to be honest, I kind of do very fear his character mostly out of every other single character's whole entire manga. Granted, I guess Hichikatsu's character does in Free scare me a little bit more as well, because again he's kind of like he's somewhere doing something. You just don't know when he's gonna pop back up and be like, "Yo, bro, how's it going?" You just don't know. The same thing goes with Ogata's character as well. Like he's just kind of there somewhere, just lurking around, and he just don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know, because there's no way in hell he actually can in theory go back to the group. That bridge is burned completely. That's gone. So he's never come back to there. So actually go back to actually kind of screw over Surumi as well is kind of the only logical step he actually can in theory do. And what he will do, I actually have no idea. Because he actually has to kill someone. Someone has to die by his hands. Who it is, I have no idea. But I believe it's gonna be someone on. It's gonna be someone on Asirpa's side that actually make Asirpa kind of go off the edge. If you get what I mean, it has to do something. It has to be something with Asirpa or Surumi. One of the two. It has to 180 someone, and those two characters, the most pivotal characters in the whole entire manga, they actually have completely screwed over. So those two are the ones to kind of keep watch over and actually always fear when they come back and actually kind of screw over who. So I guess that's the kind of thing we got to watch out for, is who he will screw over, and it has to be one of those two. Because Sugimoto, I don't know, because if he does, he's probably would have killed Sugimoto instead. That's the only thing he probably couldn't really do. To actually screw over him wouldn't make any sense, because he doesn't really have that much like animosity towards him. It's more kind of proving his own philosophy towards Asirpa. So in doing so, he actually has to kill someone, and actually then send her off the edge, and actually then she kills someone. That's the thing. Also, then Surumi kind of, it's got some plan going on, and he's like, "Oh, boys, we're doing something," and it just goes. So yeah, I mean, the cards are on the table currently at this point. Like everyone's kind of here besides Ogata currently. I guess he might still be somewhere, so he's somewhere around. But the cards are on the table, and everyone's kind of here. It's kind of the convergence point, to be honest. I guess 210 onwards would be the kind of convergence point that kind of will, in theory, be the be all end all for this manga. Like something will happen at least 215 that might, in theory, kind of just 180 everything. That's my theory at this point. Like something that happened at 215 or earlier that would, in theory, just 180 everything, and Ogata will be a part of it again, like he was for Abashiri arc. He will be a part of it, and it will be catastrophic. I'm assured of it. Or Surumi does something. It's one of those two characters. It has to be. It can't be anyone else, because I guess Koito doing something might make sense, kind of. I don't know. It's just those two characters that actually kind of make the most sense. And also Asirpa going. What about the Ainu? Is kind of like a massive flag to actually say, well, something's gonna happen at this very one point. What it will be, no idea. But it's just one of those things, you just don't know what the end goal will be. So, who knows, boys? Who knows? I don't, and I'm very scared. So yeah, I mean, we've got to wait now. Hopefully it's actually a weekly thing again, because otherwise, holy crap, it's going to be kind of a very a long wait, as they say. So yeah, that'll probably do it for me for today. Actually, I probably thought I can't wait. I can't wait anymore. I want another chapter now. It's gonna be chapter 211. I need to know. I need to know what happens, so you know if he actually comes back, actually does something. I need to know, because if that's the case, Ogata, what the hell? What the hell, man? I have to take down the manga volume behind me and replace it with someone else. Would he want that? Would he want that? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that is me done for today. So as always, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on Twitch, then do leave that follow on Twitch, because indeed it does something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I hear on YouTube and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it does something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed here on YouTube and you want to stay a bit longer, then do indeed a sub, because indeed it does something quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here on YouTube and you want to stay a bit longer after the whole entire point of doing free, follow me on Twitter, or join my Discord as well. Both will tell you when streams are live and streams I do as well. But until next time, with chapter 211 of Golden Kamuy, the manga series. See you guys later. Bye for now.